Simon Fisk here from Plunge Audio, and I've been a professional musician all my life since my young teens, and have spent much of my life on the road touring, playing improvised music, upright bass. Vision here at Plunge Audio was to create sound that inspired people on stage. And one of the things that I always noticed about being on the road and playing theaters was sound check and monitors on stage, and how everything, all the sound, stage sound was such a nightmare to figure out and make things sound good on stage. And I noticed when things sounded great, as we all musicians know, when things sound great on stage, your performance is elevated. I was always into molds. I was always into building surfboards and building snowboards and sailboats. I spent 5 years in Vancouver building sailboats and building molds for sailboats. Came to me when I moved to Calgary. I started to work for a hearing aid company, hearing aid clinic, and just learned to fix hearing aids and learn to fit hearing aids properly, and learn how to adjust the sound of hearing aids, not just through the hearing aid, but through the shape of the mold and the seal of the mold, and venting and tube length and tube diameter. My company started for me as, at the time I was a full-time musician. I was playing music for a living, and musicians started to come in the door. And for me, it was more of a fun hang, to hang with my friends and hang with guys from the local scene and get to know musicians that I would never get to meet. And so it kind of took off from there, and then as I kept building them, more and more musicians started wearing them, and then some people would ask, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you make them sound like this? My clients have constantly pushed me to create things differently, or to be able to manipulate sound, or create something specifically for them, because it's such a subjective scenario. So over the last 7 years, I've become sort of intuitively become an in-ear monitor manufacturer, and so it's grown from there to building monitors for artists all over the world at this point.